Today I would like to talk about scientific conferences, and especially I would like to talk about my favorite scientific conference, which is the European Society of Cardiology Conference. This is a conference that takes place every year, and I have been attending since 2002. I remember in Berlin was the first conference, and this year was in Barcelona. Every year is in a different city. So this year it was in Barcelona. It takes place every first week of September. And it was a great success. In fact, just reading some of the numbers that were produced by the organizers of the conference says that there were over 30,000 delegates attending this conference. The professor Keith Fox, whom is the chair of the Congress program, said this has been the strongest scientific program yet, and the Congress has broken records in attendance and scientific submissions. The quality of the work we received is outstanding and attracted doctors from all over the world. There were in total over 4,500 abstracts presented, and our group was successful because we won also the prize of the best poster, one of the best poster prizes. Some of the important studies that were presented during this conference includes Paradigm heart failure, which is a study that might revolutionize the treatment of heart failure with a new drug. There was a study called Focus that compared patients taking individual drugs versus taking these drugs combined into a single one that we call polypill, and we found that in fact they were more likely to take the medication as could be expected if those drugs would be put together into a single polypill. Also, there were studies presented about, for example, that obese teenagers have 6 times higher risk of having hypertension. This was a study done in 22,000 young people in Germany. And there was a study as well presented that highlighted that the benefits of wine could only be achieved or would be higher among those that do exercise. Also, there were results presented of the benefits of fruit consumption that says that daily fruit consumption will cut the risk of cardiovascular disease by up to 40%. This is something that we have known, but it's important to have this additional evidence to support this knowledge. And there was also studies regarding energy drinks. We have had few studies published. It has been in the literature and in the media, and what we can see in this study was that energy drinks can cause serious heart problems, including sudden and unexplained death, arrhythmia, and heart attack. So in general, there were many different sessions. There were a lot of interesting findings. I also remember attending a session that was about new technology and highlighted the role that omics, proteomics, metabolomics, etc., might play in improving our understanding of how cardiovascular disease occurs, what are the mechanisms, and how can we better treat it, and how these omics technologies will probably revolutionize care, diagnosis, and treatment for cardiovascular disease in the future. So in general, it was a great conference. There were over 800 journalists attending this conference, which is highlights the importance that the media has given to the conference. And I would like to close with some words from the Professor Bartos, former president of the European Society of Cardiology, that highlight that cardiology has made huge advances with a steady decline of cardiovascular mortality in most of Europe. But there is still a lot to do, and we rely on journalists to help us encourage the public to adopt healthy lifestyles. So he was highlighting the role that media can play in prevention, but this role that is necessary for prevention goes beyond media. It goes beyond patients and healthcare practitioners, and it also is about government, and it's about other organizations, all contributing together to improve lifestyle in the population. So next year, the conference will take place in London, and I'm looking forward to attending it.